Let's see. So I've got a grand mess over here, and one of these days I need to get this thing perfect. Let's see. Somebody pushed buttons on here. Sometimes these buttons will go bad, or if you get it on channel 1 or 2, it'll just wander all over the place. So these are for like fixed crystals. And then if you had a VFO, you could do one would be only on RX, or one would be on TX, or just completely external. So normally that just needs to be on VFO. It's a really cool radio. I had the 901. I had a couple of those. What I didn't like about the 901 was the display had to be calibrated. Where this dim knob was, it was a calibration knob. When you go between upper sideband and lower sideband, you'd have to calibrate it, and so it was kind of annoying because when you go to another band, also it wouldn't even be close. There was no way to align the bands either, you know, and then the dial wouldn't even be right either because of the way they designed the radio. And this one here, for whatever reason, it's kind of a little bit better, and even though it was a much cheaper radio, so when you go from band to band, upper sideband, lower sideband, the frequency is right where it needs to be. You know, so usually, like if I wanted to be right here at like 3, I would just go to just a hair V4, then I'd turn it till it like blinks, and it goes back and forth. And I know when it does that like I'm really right on the money. So it's a great radio if you get a chance to pick one of these up. The ZD Mark III, you can always identify it because it has the silver on here, and it'll also have some other stuff here that the other ZDs didn't have. So you have AM and FM, but you can't have both. So there's AM boards, there's FM boards. It's not capable of doing both. So it's whatever you got in there. And then the notch and the APF was an option, I think. So you get your noise blanker and all the other stuff that you would have on a 101 or a 901. And this one, the processor doesn't work. And when you turn the processor on, there's really no audio. And somebody actually disconnected the compressor LED. So I've been in it. I've got many hours into it. I've never figured out what's wrong with it. It works. Kind of could use some 6146Bs because it puts out not real great power, like 60, 70, 80 watts instead of like 120. So anyway, these are great radios if you get your hands on one. I wouldn't pay more than $300 for one, but that's just me.